Less than a day after Eric Swalwell announced he's suspending his campaign for California governor, the East Bay Democrat putting out this statement announcing he plans to resign from Congress. It comes the same day the House Ethics Committee launched an investigation into sexual misconduct allegations against him. Those allegations coming from 4 women who spoke to CNN and the San Francisco Chronicle, including a former staffer who alleged sexual assault, allegations Swalwell denies.
These allegations of sexual assault are flat false.
Swalwell's resignation decision also coming after Florida Republican Congressmember Anna Paulina Luna said she planned to introduce a measure to expel him from Congress, as well as Texas GOP Congressmember Tony Gonzalez, who admitted to an inappropriate relationship with a former staffer who later died by suicide. Swalwell, who has represented parts of the East Bay since 2013, writing this, quote, "I am deeply sorry to my family, staff, and constituents for mistakes in judgment I've made in my past. I will fight the serious false allegations made against me. However, I must take responsibility and ownership for the mistakes I did make. I am aware of efforts to bring an immediate expulsion vote against me and other members. Expelling anyone in Congress without due process within days of an allegation being made is wrong. But it's also wrong for my constituents to have me distracted from my duties. Therefore, I plan to resign my seat in Congress."
Swalwell's going to go from presumptive next governor of California, by a lot of people's calculations, to being completely out of Congress within 1 week. I don't think we've ever seen a bigger fall from power so quickly in American politics.
Questions are also emerging about whether some members of Congress or others in the political world knew about the allegations long before they became public.
They need to be held accountable too.
So what does Swalwell's departure mean for the crowded race for California governor? Analysts from both sides of the aisle with nearly identical answers.
It's really a reset for the race.
It is a complete reset.
Swalwell was a leading Democrat in the race, so who will his voters support from here? Internal polling from earlier this month, before the allegations came out, suggested many could shift to Katie Porter or Tom Steyer.
Katie Porter is still the next Democrat that has name identification, that people know who she is. So on the natural, she becomes kind of the default beneficiary of Swalwell dropping out of the race. However, there's a long way to go.
Democratic strategist Michael Trujillo, who works with Antonio Villaraigosa's super PAC, makes clear the polling was done before the allegations came out. He questions whether the results would be the same today.
When those polls were taken, it was just, well, if Eric Swalwell wasn't running, who would you vote for? All of these voters know why Eric Swalwell is no longer running, and the polling didn't take that into account. And so it is a complete reset.
These votes could go anywhere. The one good thing I think that comes of all of this is voters suddenly are starting to pay attention to this race.
I think this was a cold glass of water sprayed on every single voter in the state to wake up. These things matter.
And Swalwell did not indicate when his last day will be. It will be up to Governor Gavin Newsom to schedule a special election to fill the soon-to-be vacant seat. At the state capitol, covering local news that matters, Eitan Wallace, Fox 40 News.